The dragon boat race. The sun sparkled over the river, and colorful flags fluttered in the breeze. It was the day of the Dragon Boat Festival. Max, the Yorkshire Terrier, wagged his tail excitedly as he trotted along the riverbank, where animals from near and far had gathered. Drums pounded, crowds cheered, and long, beautifully carved dragon boats rocked gently on the water. Max sniffed the air. There were sweet dumplings, sizzling treats, and the fresh scent of the river. He leaned a little too far over the edge of the dock to get a better look at one of the boats. Splash! Yip! Max squeaked as he tumbled off the dock right into one of the boats. He shook the water from his fur and blinked. Oops! Whoa! A puppy! Came a cheerful peep. Max looked up to see a group of ducklings paddling excitedly around him. Each one wore a tiny headband, and their paddles were as long as twigs. You fell right into our boat, said the leader, a fluffy duckling named Dilly. Want to help us race? Max's ears perked up. Me? Race with you? Sure, Dilly giggled. We're the Quack Attack, and we could use a brave pup like you. The starting drum boomed in the distance. Max scrambled to the front of the boat, took hold of a tiny paddle with his paws, and sat beside the ducklings. Ready, set, paddle, shouted the announcer. The river came alive with motion as dragon boats surged forward. Max and the ducklings paddled furiously. Water splashed, paddles flew. The boat wobbled every time one of the ducklings slipped or got too excited, but Max barked encouragingly. Keep it steady, he yipped. We've got this. They passed a team of turtles, then zipped ahead of a boat full of frogs playing banjos. As they reached the halfway point, a strong wave rocked their boat, and Dilly's paddle flew into the air. Max acted fast. He caught the paddle midair with his teeth and tossed it back to her. Quack-tastic save, Dilly cheered. With Max barking in rhythm and the ducklings paddling their little hearts out, the Quack Attack glided smoothly toward the finish line. Paddle, 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 they chanted. With one final push, their boat crossed the line just behind the winning team of beavers, but ahead of everyone else. They didn't win first, but they earned the loudest cheer from the crowd. The ducklings quacked in celebration and tossed flower garlands around Max's neck. You're an honorary duckling now, Dilly said proudly. Max wagged his soaked tail and beamed. That was the best surprise splash ever. That evening, as lanterns floated down the river and drums echoed in the distance, Max lay in the grass, surrounded by his new feathered friends. He hadn't planned on racing that day, but sometimes the best adventures start with a little splash.